Daniel Allen is a school sports coordinator based at Rainford High Technology College in St Helens. Daniel's role is an important one within a team of people across the community, all of whom are passionate about improving sport within schools.
In St Helens, the School Sports Partnership has been set up in conjunction with the Youth Sport Trust and the Department for Education Skills and DCMS, Department for Culture, Media and Sport. The aim of the School Sports Partnership is to make sure that we increase participation of young people in physical education and school sport. Within each partnership, we have a number of people who have different roles. So I strategically manage the partnership. Then there's partnership development managers.
Get the Year 5s trained up, then they'll be ready for rolling in September.
They manage the programme, so they devise the development plan in collaboration with the school sports coordinators.
Hands in the air! Wave like you just don't care.
And the primary link teachers.
Fitness for children at Key Stage 1. We got involved about a year ago. We appointed Danny Allen to the post. He was the outstanding candidate, and since taking up appointment, he has been involved with all our partner primary schools, and they've been absolutely delighted with him and all the activities he's been providing. So he works 3 days in school and 2 days out in the community with the partner primary schools.
This time, like you said, Joe, step into it. I'm after, as soon as you've got 10 passes in a row, then I'd like you to take a step back a little bit further away and really step into it to get some power in.
Being an SSEO involves working with my 6 primary schools who are in my cluster, along with my high school as well. It means supporting them to achieve a minimum of 2 hours high quality PE within curriculum time and out of school as well.
Today, Daniel is visiting Eccleston Mere, one of the primary schools within his cluster, for an update meeting with the head and the primary link teacher.
That's fantastic, yeah.
There's been a lot more work involved with primary schools. What's really happened is that Danny has been able to go and talk to the primary schools about what they want, but to give his ideas as well.
I'm a Key Stage 1 teacher. I will be taking on the PLT role. The idea behind a PLT is that we are going to be developing more sustainable, solid links with high schools. We work with people like Danny to examine our provision, and in doing so we are making for a more smoother transition from the primary phase into the secondary sector. And also, hopefully, we are raising the profile of PE and producing fitter, more skilled children.
I go into the different primary schools depending on what needs they have. Sometimes I go in and support the PLTs, the primary link teachers, again in areas that they feel they need it. So, for instance, I've done some girls' football in the schools that feel like they need that or they'd like that as a club.
I'm going to shout out a few different commands. When I say Amber, I'd like you to run around the ball like that until I say go again. Stay within this area. Try and get away, Georgia.
Well, we've been playing different games that get our hearts running, and we've been headering and catching and dribbling.
Keep moving in your square. Moving your square, yep.
It's good fitness travelling because boys say it's only for boys, but it's for all people to join in with.
Again, try and use both feet if you can, girls. Don't all go the same way.
It's good for children to play sport because it keeps you healthy.
Yeah, nice and fast there, well done.
Well, he's really funny, and he lets us do fun stuff, and not just the football skills, but lets us do fun games.
And he makes stuff fun in the skills as well, so we get the fun and the skills.
In terms of the school sports coordinator coming in, there are only so many sports that we can develop. With another person coming in with a sport background, you would hope that you could fill the gaps that you clearly have identified through your school planning.
Benefits of primary schools having an SSEO is that they can get support in maybe an area that they don't feel so comfortable with. And also they get to try and access lots of different coaching.
Representatives from the cluster schools regularly get together to discuss opportunities to improve sport within the community.
The nice thing about that is that you're not got crossover events, so whatever sports development are doing, your cluster events can sit quite nicely within that, and then Danny, your festivals can sit in there as well.
Sharing good practice in St Helens is not just limited to the cluster groups. Ken Andrews, a school sports coordinator based at Lansbury Bridge Special School, is introducing Daniel to the game of bocce bowls.
What you're trying to do, get your ball, your colour ball, into this white ball. Get your ball as close as possible. Daniel, I think, will get an awful lot out of today. He as a young school sports coordinator, is looking, therefore, to work with his primary schools in his cluster, and he can then take a lot of confidence in being able to run these tournaments independently. I've given him some help for this particular tournament because it's the first time this cluster has taken part.
But I'm here today just to see what Ken's doing, how he's training them up, because I've never played the game myself before, I've not seen it, and just to make sure that the JSL lads know what they're doing as well.
It isn't just Daniel who is new to the game of bocce. A team of junior sports leaders is being trained to referee the forthcoming tournament.
With the junior sports leaders, that works with our Year 10 students who are doing GCSE PE, and they are put in for the qualification of sports leader, but their job is really to coach and to lead the younger ones, to get them involved and to take more responsibility for the work that they're doing. And at the same time, our older students, our GCSE students, are developing the skills they need and it's great. It's been really successful.
As the umpire, as the referee, must make sure it's red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Okay.
Right now, the JSLA lads are getting trained up to officiate the bocce tournament we're holding on Wednesday. JSLA is junior sports leader, so basically we give them the chance to coach and officiate and other opportunities for leadership.
Well, being a junior sports leader, I think it helps us with our confidence and our leadership abilities.
For primary school children, it's better to see a 15-year-old teenager helping in schools and just hanging on street corners and stuff, and it'd look better. And it's a type of role model thing. Like, I want to be him when he's 15 instead of hanging on street corners and stuff. It's just better for the younger children.
As well as the junior sports leaders, Daniel also oversees the training and progress of the activity leaders at the local primary schools.
The activity leaders training is for the year 5 and 6s in the primary schools, and they get trained up by either myself or other SSEOs. It's basically about trying to have a structured break time or lunch time for the littler ones, so that they've not just sitting around and not just moping about, but it's actually doing something constructive at lunchtime. And it's been proven that it actually improves behaviour, attendance, and just keeps them more focused of the afternoons, really.
I became an activity leader when I was in year 5, and we all went on a course, and then they selected quite a few people, and then you had to make a game, and then you had to show it to the people who came in.
I am an activity leader, and my job is to create games for the younger children and the older children, and then supervise them on the playground and in the dinner hall, helping them to have the lunch, and also when we're out on the playground, we help them to have fun while they're outside.
Daniel's work with the activity leaders doesn't stop after the training. He's also there to assess their progress.
You say you had more responsibility now as well?
Yeah, because you have to look after them as well. Mr. Allen coming in and looking at us doing our job was a help, because he made us think more about what we what our role was as an activity leader by asking us the questions.
I think Mr. Allen can help you cope with the children, and it's good fun because he gives you more ideas.
The job of a school sports coordinator is a hectic one, taking Daniel all over the local area. However, the bocce tournament is being held at Rainford High Technology College, and children from some of the local primary schools have travelled here to take part. Excitement is in the air.
Got the bocce tournament going on at the moment with 3 of the cluster primary schools. I enjoy this because I get to see how the sports leaders act, because we've been training them up at Rainford, so it's nice to see them in action and actually officiating and leading. It's also nice to see the mix of the kids from all the different schools, because you don't really get a chance to mix with the different other schools, so that's quite nice as well.
We've got 2 umpires for each game, and they've got their own little red like whiteboard type things to mark the scores, and they come and tell us, and we just jot the scores down at the end of each game. All together, we had all the points up and announced the winner at the end, and they get this trophy, I think.
Yeah, it's been good fun.
Better than lessons.
Good fun.
We get to like meet new kids, and it's like better surrounding and stuff. So. You see it in the face, like when they say, "Oh, the Reds are winning," like yes, and all this, they're dead into it and stuff. Yeah. So it's been an alright day so far.
Junior sports leaders are doing well. Yeah, they're doing very well. We've got them scoring over there, and we've got them officiating the actual games, and they keep swapping over. Being very mature, very sensible.
Because the Reds are all out now, you can hardly get more points by throwing.
But in terms of the long-term vision, really having community groups in terms of sports, and not just school leagues, where schools just play each other, but much more fun things as well. I mean, it's part of the being healthy, the Every Child Matters agenda, and it's part of their fitness as well. And I'm sure there's something in there for everybody. And certainly that's something that Danny is really thinking about. And like you say, quite rightly, he's widening the areas of what we classify as sport to include all sorts of both indoor and outdoor activities.
The benefits for the kids actually taking part in the bocce tournament is that we've tried to target some of the kids that might not normally get in some of the main team sport games like your football and your netball. So it gives them a chance to actually be part of a team, and they might not normally get a go of things like this. So it's been nice for them to have a go of that. It's also nice for them to see the junior sports leaders as well, because obviously they're only teenagers themselves, but it gives them somebody to look up to as a nice role model. And I know one of the lads that's coming out then, they've just said, "Sir, that was the best thing I've done in my life." So that's always nice to see as well, nice to hear.